my name is Caitlin Gibson and I will be presenting the constellation Hercules. Hercules is a major constellation of the spring and summer months. It is easiest to see in late June or early July, around 9 o'clock p.m. In early summer, locate the summer triangle that consists of 3 bright triangles in the high eastern sky. From Vega, the brightest star in the triangle, you can look directly over to the west at the 4 stars that make up the head of Hercules, which will be high overhead. You could also look in the high western sky and locate the kite asterism of the constellation Bootes. If you look east and slightly north of Arcturus, the bright star at the bottom of the kite shape, you would see the 4 stars that make up the head of Hercules. The constellation Hercules is sandwiched high overhead in the sky between the summer triangle and kite asterisms. These references make it much easier to find Hercules. Although Hercules doesn't have any bright stars that instantly catch the eye as being super bright, it does consist of a few bright stars. The brightest star is Razzle-Gethy, also known as Alpha Herculis, meaning it is the brightest star of the constellation Hercules. It has a magnitude of 3.36 and an absolute magnitude of negative 1.99, which is pretty bright. It is about 382.4 light-years away from Earth. It is an M5 spectral type star and has a luminosity of 542. Corniphorus is the second brightest star in Hercules, so it is also called Beta Herculis. It is 147.78 light-years from Earth. The third brightest star, Saturn, or Delta Herculis, is 78.5 light-years from Earth. Gamma Herculis, the fourth brightest, is 195.42 light-years away, and Epsilon Herculis, the fifth brightest star, is 162.75 light-years from Earth. The Hercules constellation has 3 main deep sky objects in its boundaries. It has 2 globular clusters, which are groups of hundreds of thousands of stars that are tightly bound by gravity and orbit a galactic core. M13, also known as the Hercules cluster, is located near the top of the head of Hercules. It is the brightest globular cluster in the northern hemisphere. It is visible with the naked eye and can be seen better with binoculars. It contains over 300,000 stars and is about 25,100 light-years from Earth. It appears bright and large because it has an absolute magnitude of negative 8.7 and is over 140 light-years in diameter. M92 is the globular cluster on the northern edge of the Hercules constellation. It is about 26,100 light-years from Earth, and although impressive, is outdone by M13. It is harder to find than M13 because it is dimmer and smaller in diameter. It is thought to be an extremely old cluster. Finally, there is the planetary nebula NGC 6210. It is a 10th magnitude planetary nebula about 4,000 light-years from Earth. It can be seen with an amateur telescope as a blue-green elliptical disk. Those are the 3 major deep space objects located in the constellation Hercules. There are a lot of different versions of the mythology surrounding the Hercules constellation, but all the stories seem to have the same basic ideas. Zeus, a powerful god known as the father of gods and men, is married to a goddess Hera. However, Zeus falls in love with a mortal woman and has a son, who is named Hercules, which literally means the glorious gift of Hera. Zeus puts Hercules in bed with a sleeping Hera, and Hercules drinks her milk, making him immortal. Quite obviously, Hera is not happy. First, her husband is unfaithful and has a child with another woman, a mortal to be exact. Then, the child is named after her. Hera decides to get revenge, and although she cannot kill Hercules, she is set on making his life miserable. Hercules falls in love with a woman, marries, and has 2 children. The entire time, Hera tortures Hercules and eventually drives him insane, which causes him to murder his wife and children. Once Hercules becomes sane again, he realizes what he has done and goes to the oracle at Delphi to see what he should do. Hercules is told that he has to complete 10 tasks, which eventually turns into 12, in order to cleanse his soul. These are known as the tasks or labors of Hercules. Some of the tasks include killing a lion, represented by the constellation Leo, killing a monster with multiple heads, represented by the constellation Hydra, killing a crab, represented by the constellation Cancer, and killing a dragon, represented by the constellation Draco, which Hercules is seen kneeling over to kill in the sky. After the 12 tasks, Hercules marries a woman who accidentally poisons him, thinking that she is giving him a potion that will make him love her forever. Instead, the potion kills Hercules, and Zeus places Hercules in the sky as the constellation we see today. Thank thank you for watching my presentation on the constellation Hercules. All the information I used was found either with Skygazer or with the sources that were listed on the previous slide. All the images I used were also from Skygazer, except for the ones shown here with their sources.